Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very special video. I will be showcasing a team that helped me get 5 wins in a set and that helped me climb over 200 points in Go Battle League. Also, if you stick around to the end, I have a very special surprise. I got possibly the best reward Go Battle League can give. So you're gonna want to stick around for this for sure. But anyways, let's take a look at the team. This team is inspired by the Double Dark team that's really popular in Great League, which is Hypno, Scrafty, and Umbreon. But instead, I will be running this team with Armored Mewtwo, Obstagoon, and Umbreon. So the idea behind this team is to draw out any potential Dark-type counters with Umbreon on the save swap. And you have Mewtwo to cover those fighting types that will counter what you have in the back. And then Obstagoon can potentially sweep once that Dark-type counter is out of the way. So moving on to the first match, you'll notice that I tap on Ultra Premier a lot, but yeah, that's fine. I'm just used to tapping on it. Anyways, we have Snorlax on the lead, so I'm going to instantly swap into Umbreon because this is a bad lead for me. If the lag lets me swap. And now they're staying in. So that means they must have a whole team weak to Umbreon, which could be good news for me because that means my Obstagoon could potentially sweep. So I'm just going to play this out and throw as many foul plays as possible, get as much damage off as I can, and possibly even win this matchup. We'll see. So I'm not planning on shielding anything. I can actually survive a superpower. I won't be able to survive the second superpower though. Here I throw my foul play, and if my opponent chooses not to shield, I could win this. But I get one shield out of him, and then I think I'm going to shield as well. No, I let it go and it's a body slam and I survive, but then I get to another foul play. And this will KO the Snorlax, giving us the lead. Okay, so we won the lead, and as I suspected, he does have two things in the back that are weak to dark, so this is where Obstagoon can come in and just spam Night Slashes. Unfortunately, the Giratina does have Dragon Breath, so his fast move is going to be doing a ton of damage, but it's alright. I can still get to Night Slash pretty quickly, and the super effective damage is going to be doing a ton, and I still have 2 shields, and my opponent has 0. So it's looking pretty good, but here I recognize that maybe I should save the Obstagoon for whatever he has in the back, and I'm suspecting that it is Cresselia, which is why I still haven't used any of my shields, because Moonblast to Obstagoon is deadly. So my plan is switch Mewtwo in, do as much damage as I can with Mewtwo, and absorb as many Moonblasts as I can. And then I can bring Obstagoon back in and shield my Obstagoon. I am not going to shield Mewtwo here. I know that my win condition is with Obstagoon, and I'm going to save both shields for Obstagoon. But here I'm just trying to get the Cresselia as low as possible. That way, when Obstagoon comes in, it only needs a couple of Night Slashes to KO, and hopefully it won't take a Moonblast. Now I can switch because he's used up his energy and start farming up, and of course I have to shield this, otherwise it will KO. But then my opponent's switch timer has come up, and he switches back his Giratina, and he has 2 Dragon Claws, so I unfortunately have to shield one. But the timer is coming up, and I just need 1 Night Slash to take out one of his Pokemon, and then I can win with 2 Pokemon versus 1. So we take the first win because of a timeout. That's what you get when you're using a bunch of bulky Pokemon, and actually all 3 of the Pokemon I'm using are pretty tanky, especially Armored Mewtwo and Umbreon. Umbreon, which has one of the highest defenses in the game. Anyways, moving on to the next match, we have Mewtwo versus Machamp. Amazing lead for me, but the Machamp can't see what I have in the back. So they swap into Cresselia. I have lag. I want to switch into Umbreon as fast as I can, but unfortunately lag is just really common in Pokemon Go. Anyways, Umbreon can handle the Moonblasts a lot better than Obstagoon, so that's why I swapped into Umbreon and not Obstagoon. That way, maybe I can win this matchup with 0 shields, maybe even shield once. So I'm not going to shield the second Moonblast also, I'm going to take it, Look how tanky Umbreon is. It's still yellow. It didn't even get me into the red. So now I have to shield. But unfortunately, my opponent baits me with Grass Knot. I could have survived that, but I'm almost at 2 foul plays. So I can throw the first foul play. Will this get a shield? No, it doesn't get a shield. They let their Cresselia go. And now he's going to bring in Machamp, and I'm going to Last Resort once. This will do quite a bit of damage because the Machamp is Shadow, and it did like 40% of his health. So now I'm bringing in Mewtwo, fully expecting him to instantly swap, and he swaps into Umbreon. And Obstagoon is amazing at countering Umbreon. So this is looking good for me, but because I did one confusion with Mewtwo, I am a few seconds behind him on the switch timer. So what I have to watch out for is him swapping into Machamp, and he's already at a cross chop. So what I'm hoping he does is he tries to catch a move on Machamp, because if he tries to catch a move on Machamp, then I can still swap into Mewtwo without it being a CMP tie, and that's actually what he did here. So I'm glad I threw the cross chop, and I can swap into Mewtwo without taking any counters or without having to shield my Obstagoon. My Obstagoon's still alive in the back, and then I can farm down the Machamp and my opponent surrenders here. So GG's to my opponents. They definitely had a chance to win that, especially since I was down 1 shield. If they had swapped Machamp into my Obstagoon, I might have had to shield, and then their Umbreon with an energy advantage could have wiped my Mewtwo. Anyways, moving on to the next match, we have Mewtwo versus Politoed. I'm gonna stay in here, potentially throw 1 Side Strike. I can take these Weather Balls because Mewtwo is a tank, and then Side Strike will do quite a bit of damage, so I want to soften him up a bit, but he shields, and then I can swap into Umbreon to draw out a Dark type counter, but he's staying in, so I'm guessing he wants to do a little bit more damage before swapping into something else, but nope, he's still staying in. That's fine with me. I'm at a foul play, and I believe this was a CMP tie. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a CMP tie, and he got a mud shot in. So this will get him pretty low. He's in the yellow now. This is looking good for me, especially since he's not swapping out, which is telling me that he could have a backline that's fully weak to Dark, fully weak to Umbreon. Anyways, I don't shield this Blizzard. I can survive this too. Look at how tanky Umbreon is. So I'm thinking I might survive this also. So I'm not going to shield. And yeah, we survived with 1 HP. And I'm at another foul play. So whatever he's going to bring in, I'm going to foul play instantly. So I believe that was a Melmetal. I'll throw my foul play here. No, that was a Registeel. Never mind. But now I can bring in Obstagoon, and these cross chops are going to hurt. He's down 1 shield, and he surrenders here. I'm guessing definitely a full backline weak to Obstagoon. Definitely a full backline weak to Dark also. Probably a Giratina in the back, I'm assuming. Anyways, still tapping that Ultra League Premier by accident. We have on the lead a Talonflame. Okay, so kind of tricky to deal with. I could get baited here, but I'm hoping to CMP tie at the Side Strike, but I don't think this was a CMP tie. I have to shield anyway in case this is a Brave Bird. But we get baited, it's Flame Charge. So I throw my Side Strike here anyways, and this should do quite a bit of damage, but he shields, so now I'm gonna swap into Umbreon. And I'm thinking this might be the Brave Bird, so I have to shield, and I do shield a Brave Bird successfully, but he's staying in, and his defense has dropped a lot. So this foul play will hurt. So he decides to shield. Now this is gonna be another Brave Bird. This is gonna do a lot of damage, but we're still in the yellow. Umbreon is such a tank, and he brings in Articuno. Okay, this is fine. I don't really have anything in my team that's weak to Articuno. So I managed to get to another foul play, and Umbreon is actually gonna get Articuno to lower than half its health. And he has to throw here, otherwise I would have gotten to another foul play, and then he would have been in the red. So now I'm going to bring in Mewtwo, and then I can Side Strike him, and the Side Strike should be enough to KO, but he is going to get 1 Icy Wind off. Okay, so I know he still has the Talonflame. I'm not sure what he has in the back, but I am going to assume it is Giratina. So the Side Strike KOs, and then he brings in Talonflame, and I'm hoping I can get to the Side Strike before he gets to a move, and because I was spamming it, he catches it on Giratina. Good on him, but I have Obstagoon in the back, so I'm gonna come in instantly with Obstagoon and start doing as much damage as I can with the Night Slashes. So I need to watch out that Talonflame still has energy. I don't think he's at a Brave Bird though. I believe he's at 2 Incinerates. So this is fine. Obstagoon can take all these Dragon Claws, that's fine. And then recognizing that he just threw his energy, I decide to farm up a little bit more before throwing my Night Slash, and then he doesn't let me farm him down. And I don't react fast enough, so I don't get the Night Slash off on the Talonflame, so this is going to be extremely close, but his defense has dropped severely. That means 1 Confusion is enough to take him out, and then my second Confusion goes through on the Giratina, and this Dragon Claw is not enough to take me out. So that was extremely close, and it was a lot closer than it had to be. I actually remember I came to tap the Night Slash, but for some reason it did 1 extra counter, and I was really frustrated with the game for that. But anyways, moving on, we have Swampert on the lead. So I'm going to farm up as much energy as I can and take 1 Hydro Cannon, and then I'm going to swap into Umbreon. So now instantly swapping into Umbreon, and he swaps into Cresselia. Okay, interesting choice. This is... I can win this. I can win this switch. Without shielding potentially also. So... not going to shield these Moonblasts. Umbreon is a tank. I can take 2 Moonblasts and then possibly shield the 3rd one. So my opponent is also choosing not to shield. We'll see if they decide to shield the 3rd Foul Play. Okay, so do they shield or do they let us win switch? No, they don't shield. Okay, so we won switch. I'm at a Foul Play. But he throws his Hydro Cannon. Okay, that's fine. So this is going to take us out. And then I can bring Mewtwo back in. And I'm almost out of Side Strike because I had that energy from before. And he brings in Articuno, but I am expecting him to shield this Side Strike because usually Articunos shield the first move as the second one is debuffed and will do less damage. But he decides to let it go. Interesting choice. So he still doesn't know what I have in the back. I take the Icy Wind and then I can swap to clear the debuff. And now he's getting pretty low, so he has to start shielding. And of course, I am fully expecting him to shield this Night Slash. And now he's in Night Slash range. So I don't have to shield these Icy Winds. I know that Hydro Cannon from Swampert will be doing a lot more. So this Night Slash, if he decides not to shield, will KO. I'm expecting a no shield here, and he lets his Articuno go. His Swampert still has a lot of health, but I have 2 shields. So I'm going to farm up and hopefully CMP tie on the Night Slash. That way he doesn't get an extra mud shot in. And yes, it was a CMP tie. So let's see what he's gonna do here. He doesn't shield, so I swap into Mewtwo. I thought I was at the Side Strike, but this was a mistake on my part. But he doesn't charge up his Hydro Cannon all the way, so I survive. So I could have lost that there. I actually played that terribly with that swap, but because my opponent underestimated how much energy I had, they assumed that they could farm me down. That way they could have more energy for my Obstagoon when it came in. But we took that win surprisingly, and that was 5 wins in this set. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Yep. I just got my first Shundo. And of course, I forgot how to throw Pokeballs here. I forgot everything. Like, I was just so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, a Shundo. But yeah, that was a great set, and what a great way to end it on. This is my first Shundo ever, not just first Shundo Legendary, just first shiny Hundo I've ever gotten. And look at this awful Pokeball throwing. I completely forgot how to throw a Pokeball here. I was just so excited, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, that was the set I played with this Double Dark team. I should point out, however, that this team is weak to Obstagoon and Scrafty. I didn't see any of those in these sets, but I also did go on and win the 2 sets after this set with this team. And look at that Shundo. That's pretty awesome. That's so cool, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And if you want to see more videos in the future, make sure to subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. And thank you guys for watching.